when he got there, the first week that he was there, he smoked every day, all day, and used up Katie's entire matchbook collection. She had been collecting matchbooks from restaurants for a long time. He burned up all of her matches. He told her that he thought girls in North Carolina had pointy tits.
Had what?
Pointy tits.
All going North Carolina.
And he generally alienated her. But every night, he and I played backgammon and drank whiskey. And this is a friend of mine. And he came. I was going to let him take my Volkswagen, '57 Volkswagen camper to Mexico.
Where were y'all living?
We lived in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I was going to let him take it, but I said, it needs a few things. You need to put a new tire on it, and we need to do something with the engine. And I said, but you're welcome to do it. So every night we played backgammon, and I would bet him, if I lost, I would buy a tire, or I would buy spark plugs, or whatever we needed. I won every time. And if he lost, he was to buy me some books or bottles of whiskey. I won every time, and he stayed a month. Every night Katie would go to bed, and we were out in there yelling as we played, drinking whiskey, and when he got there, it was snowing. It was in the winter time. I went to the train station and picked him up. Got off the train, snow on the ground. He had a duffel bag full of his scuba gear. He was going to Mexico. And so he quit his job to make this trip. And he got down, and he had a girlfriend. After he got to, and they were going to meet in Mexico. After he got there, she wrote him and broke up with him. So he was upset about that, depressed about that. We rebuilt the Volkswagen. We didn't rebuild it like we did, but we did we took a cylinder off of Volkswagen, put a new rod in it, and we did a lot of work on the Volkswagen. We gambled every night for parts. He ended up buying me so much whiskey and books, and I had to work every day, so he would lay around reading all day, getting depressed, and so finally he started doubting whether he wanted to go to Mexico by himself. Started worrying about not having a job. And in Greensboro, there's a train every night called the Crescent, used to be, that would go south to New Orleans. And an hour later, there was a Crescent that went north back to New York. And so the last night we were playing backgammon, and he couldn't decide whether to go on to Mexico or go back home and look for a job. And he could not decide. New York City. He could not decide. So it got late. We had already had a whole bottle of whiskey, and I had to go to work the next day. I said, Bob, I've got to go to bed. Listen. It's an owl. So I said, wake me up and I'll take you to the train station, whatever you decide. So he woke me up and he said, Booley, I missed the train to New Orleans. So would you take me to the train to New York? So I got up and we went back. He got on the train to New York. It was snowing. Same late at night. It was snowing. He had his He had,
Tell him the duffel bag full of scuba.
had his duffel bag full of scuba. It was a short story. It was an O. Henry sad short story. In fact, I should write one.
Yeah. I thought that was when he took the van. Somebody else took the van?
He never took it. Oh no, that was Joe Beato,
Okay.
the guy that was laying on our couch.
Basically, like, you know, I'm going to go to Mexico, stop talking with Carolina for a month, and never want to eat further.
He went back, right?
I think we all have friends like that. You know? Sad sorts.
Mhm.